Welcome back to the Sunday Sports Frenzy. I like to say the month of money concludes this week when they race for $75 grand at the National Open. But it gets extended one more week with the rescheduled Tuscarora 50. Friday night serves as they tune up for this weekend's big race at Williams Grove. Brent Marks creates some space leading after starting on the pole, but there's trouble with 10 laps to go when Ryan Smith grabs Danny Dietrich's wheel. He hits the wall and rolls over, but 2 laps later, Marks breaks a gear leading. He hands the lead over to Lance Dewease, and nearly 2 months to the date of Kreitz and Dewease parting ways, Lance Dewease is back in victory lane. He picks up win number 114 at the Grove and the first with Macri Motorsports. It's a good time to find speed a week out from defending his National Open title. To keep any sport alive, it's relied heavily on the next generation. They're influenced by watching some excel in the sport on the local racing scene. They look up to drivers like Dewease, Mike Wagner, Gary Stuhler, or Rick Eckert. Right in our own backyard, the Susquehanna Midget Racing Association has over 100 cars competing on a regular night. One driver has a breakout year racing 3 divisions at once. Wins are just wins, but it's time for the Zellers family to get to spend together. Tracks like this behind BAPS Motor Speedway is where the future of the sport lies.
They learn car control at a very young age. It's not like driving a 410 sprint car by any stretch of the imagination, but getting them to understand the importance of flags, listening over the receiver, which is their earpiece that's in their ear. They have it just like the big cars do. Lining up and just understanding what to do when things happen.
These are the next generation of drivers starting as young as 5 years old. There's 14 different classes and over 100 cars that compete on race day. And if there's a problem, everyone is there to lend a helping hand. The kids can race in multiple classes. The more classes, the more laps. Zellers Racing has 4 cars, 1 for 6-year-old Mason and 3 for 8-year-old Braden.
Very difficult because you only got like so much time, and then you gotta already go again, and then again and again, and then it features a main.
With a 60 race schedule for the young drivers, Dad Scott Zellers didn't ever think he'd be busier than when he was crew chief on the Premier Racing 410 sprint car.
No. It's all Mom's fault.
He was quickly to point the blame at his wife, Kayla. Braden was 6 when the family was watching the Tulsa shootout, and that's when Mom asked Braden if he wanted to race. Scott was hopeful to get Braden into motocross because that's where he found his love for racing.
I said, well, I'll make you a deal. You find me a bull rider car, we'll go look at it, and we'll get it and give it a shot. Well, it was 2 hours later, you found one, you're like, well, we got to go pick his car up tomorrow. Okay. And so we drove in the snow, picked it up. We took him down to Lincoln to let him run around first. And you could tell right away that he just got it.
Almost every weekend is jam-packed at the track, racing Junior Honda, Junior Animal, and Junior 160.
Do your thing. Smooth, smart, and hard. Love you.
Braden's success started early in the season, and that's what sparks all the travel around the Mid-Atlantic.
When you're going good, it's easier to keep going.
The Junior 160 is where Braden excels, winning the Northeast Dirt Series Championship, racing at 3 different tracks, but his favorite place to race is an easy one.
My favorite track this year would have to be BAPS, which is my home track.
At the track, he also clinched the Junior Animal and Junior 160 Susky After Dark Point Series, but he knows every race, there's still room for improvement.
You gotta take from that last race and make sure you don't do the same mistakes.
They're having fun, getting to do everything as a family, but when they aren't racing, the boys still challenge each other while Dad works on the cars. The goal is to have 50 feature wins by the end of the season. Next year, Braden will move up to the senior classes to race in the 9 to 16-year-old age group. Braden Braden has the dreams of possibly one day to race at Lincoln Speedway in a 410 or a late model.